Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 12 is among the greatest pieces of fighting animation that has come out in years. The last piece of fight animation that I can remember that was animated this well and is going to resonate with people so well is Goku when he turned Ultra Instinct against Jiren. It was amazing. Everyone talked about it. It was the main site on the internet. Regardless of what website you were on, regardless of what you were searching, you saw it somewhere. And I think you're going to see the same with this. Now, I could talk about how well they did in comparison to the manhwa or the things they expounded upon, but none of you really care about that. You're here to talk about the fight. So let's talk about the fight, shall we? So they did fantastic. The three pieces of the fight that existed in the manhwa were retained here. The first being that hand-to-hand combat where they're both testing each other's strength, their durability, and Beru comes to that realization that, okay, Sung is way stronger than I am both physically and he's more durable than I am. So you know what? If he's stronger than me, he can have that. If that's his main attribute, let him have it. My main attribute is speed. And then they go into this battle of agility where Sung brings out his Demon King daggers for the first time and is able to show that, nah, brother, you're just outclassed in every category. I don't care what you're fighting in, you're getting swatted like a fly. And he's being run down. One thing I will say they did change from the manhwa was even in the agility piece, Sung was once again just out blitzing him. He was just way faster. However, here they made it more equal exchange of battles. Same thing with the durability piece of the section where they were exchanging punches, and it was the same thing. It was sort of made a little bit more equal. It was obvious that Sung was still more dominant, but it was shown to be much more of a struggle. Whereas in the manhwa, very quickly it became obvious that, okay, Sung just has the significant upper hand across the aisle. So this way, it seemed much more like a really good battle. It reminded me a lot of the Baron fight, really. And that being said, one thing that again I really did enjoy is in that agility fight, Beru gets him down, the Ant King gets Sung down and he's about to attack him, and his fangs are just like a millimeter of an inch away from his eye, and Sung gets that upgrade to his mutilation skill, and he goes and he just hits him, and across the board it just tears the Ant King apart, and now Sung has the upper hand. And the Ant King finally realizes, like, okay, well, you know what, if he's faster and stronger, that's fine. I'm a king, I have so many subjects, we'll just overwhelm him. And Sung goes, nah, you don't even have that, bro. I am the king of the dead, all right? You're king of ants, no issues. I am the king of everything that is dead. I am the highest caliber of necromancer. You don't stand a chance. And that was cute. That was a very short, I will say, in comparison to what it... again, the manhwa was generally pretty rushed, so I don't want to say it was short in comparison to the manhwa. However, it was a shorter section of the fight. I would have liked that to be a little bit longer, but it was okay. And then one thing they also did change is the ending part of the sequence where the Ant King has utterly been defeated. He realizes, like, okay, I don't stand a chance. I have to get away. And that existed in the manhwa too, where the Ant King comes to realize, okay, he's just better and stronger than me, and he has to wrestle with that for a second where he goes like, okay, I was born to be a king, I was born to be the strongest, what is happening here? I'm just getting utterly destroyed. He wrestles with that for a second, and then he goes, okay, so I have to get away, I have to get stronger, I have to recoup, and then I can fight him later. And in the manhwa, he tries to run away. Sung immediately gets him down with the Conqueror skill, so he puts him down on the ground, just kills him, and then it's over. However, here it was shown to be much more of a back and forth where he tries to run away, Sung stops him, walks closer, he tries to crawl away, Sung stops him, once again gets closer, and then Beru is just sitting there defeated with all of his arms and legs ripped off and has to come to the realization, I can't do anything. I can't get away. I can't fight him. I can't overwhelm him. I can't blitz him. I can't do anything. He is just in a whole separate caliber, and Sung then puts him down. And then it was really cool. One thing I will say, now that I'm done with the fight piece, I'm going to get back to it in just 1 second. One thing I did want to mention is in the manhwa, it was never clearly stated that for Chahain, the S rank hunter who was dying and on the verge of like death, Sung tries to heal her with a healing potion, and it says, oh, her HP is too low to be healed by health potions. And then Sung gives her the elixir of life that he used on his mother to help her. In the manhwa, it was never really stated that it was the elixir of life, and it was just assumed to be like a better healing potion, but that wasn't the elixir of life. But it was like a theory I'd had for the longest time, so I'm glad that at least here that they said that. So whether that's we want to say a different universe where it's canonically true, or we want to say it was like a retcon, whatever, I like knowing that difference. It's very minute. I doubt anyone's going to care about it, but it was important to me. So just wanted to mention that. Going back to the fight, once again, man, the agility piece of that fight is like the bread and butter. It was beautiful. That speed blitzing back and forth, that lightning going around, the red and blue fighting and tangling each other. Amazing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get footage of it to put on the screen because every anime site I've been to is crashing like a nightmare. That being said, I did get really, really lucky. I don't know whether it was because I was really early or whatever happened. I managed to see basically the entire fight in 1080p. Right around the end, it started dropping down to like 480p, which was rough, but I saw most of it in 1080p, and I really hope you guys have the opportunity to. I figure for most of you, you're going to have a rough time just, again, because the servers are just crashing across the board. So if you have the opportunity, I would recommend watching the fight again, whether that's tonight or tomorrow. Once the hype has calmed down a little bit in 1080p as it was intended to be seen, it is beautiful. I have like a feeling that if you watch it in like lower quality, you're not going to really pick up on the minute animation that's intended and that's there. So I really hope you guys give that a chance. Yeah, that was just a phenomenal piece of animation. I know Solo Leveling isn't everyone's cup of tea, but my God, they killed it with that animation, and I'm so glad they did because that fight absolutely deserves it. Thank you so much for listening, and if you somehow managed to make it to the end of this give or take 6-minute video, maybe consider subscribing and give me your thoughts in the comments below. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys.